welcome back to BeardyGolf. This is episode 2 of BeardyGolf at home, and on today's episode we're going to be looking at the Puttout mat and the perfect putt pressure trainer. By no means am I an expert on golf equipment, but I've been using the Puttout stuff since first lockdown, and it's come in really handy again since the golf course is closed for the second time. As I said before, I have only got the mat and the pressure putt trainer. I don't use any of the gates or the mirrors, but for what I'm trying to achieve to practice putting indoors, it's absolutely perfect. So let's get it set up and we'll do some putting. And just a disclaimer, I am setting this up in my bedroom. Me and my girlfriend are waiting for our new house to be built, and this is the only space that I've got that I can get it set up. I'm hoping that you can hear me alright. Apologies for the location. As I said before, me and my girlfriend are buying a new house at the moment, so it is just being built, so this is the only place that I could really get it set up. So the Puttout mat material, it is built on a really thick rubber base, which allows you to get this really flat, clean surface, as long as the floor that you're laying it down on is flat. And then the material on the top, which is sort of stitched into the rubber with the outline. The website says that it runs around 10 on the stimp meter, which, to be honest, is probably a little bit faster than most greens that I play on. But I'm not really using the Puttout for pace. I'm trying to improve my line. Because of how the lines are on the mat, it gives you a nice indication of sort of where you are actually hitting the putt. So again, I did just pull that a little bit. So for me, usually when I'm pulling things, it's because I got the ball a little bit too far forward in my stance. So if I just adjust that slightly, there you go, perfect putt. Now, when I say perfect putt, that is what Puttout call this tool here on the pressure putt, and we will talk about that a little bit later. But for me to be able to hit this as straight as I'm hitting it is a good indication that I'm taking the right line. Usually what I'll do to practice the line is I'll start on the first marker, which is a foot away from the hole, and I'll just make sure that I'm roughly getting it into where the hole is, which I was pretty happy with that one. So I'll move on to the second one and make this putt. So again, roughly in the centre, maybe a little bit to the left, so I'll probably take that putt again. That was a little bit soft, so I'll try that one again. I was pretty happy with that. That sort of dropped into the hole and dropped out. It wasn't a perfect putt, so it didn't stay in the hole, but it was pretty straight nonetheless. So I'll do this at 1 all the way down to 6 until I'm happy that at all of these distances I'm starting the ball on the right line. Was a little bit right. So what I've noticed about the Puttout mat is that it does seem to gather quite a lot of dust. Because I went for the darker of the two mats, which is the green rather than the grey, I have noticed that it does show up quite a lot. I think what's recommended is just to hoover the mat. Hoovering it sort of pulls all the dust away and gets the mat running as it should. So as you can see, the mat itself comes in this pretty handy carry bag. It's pretty useful for storage, keeps it dust free, and for if you want to transport it from one place to another. And you can actually get the pressure putt down the side of the bag, so it's in one nice package. So this is the pressure putt, and this is it folded. And to use it, you just have to unfold it like this and set it down. It comes as standard with the pressure putt open, but all you've got to do is push this bit of plastic up and it just closes it off. When it's closed, the pressure putt will always return your ball to you, and as long as it comes back straight, you know that you're hitting the putt into the right place. But if you have got it open and you hit that perfect putt, the ball will stay on the pressure putt. I think that overall the Puttout mat and the pressure putt are a pretty useful tool for any golfer who's looking to get some sort of putting training aid, especially because you can set it up inside. But they are a little bit pricey. The mat is 70 quid and the pressure putt's 20, so you're paying £90 for a training aid. People might or might not be able to justify it. I did. So what's my final verdict on the Puttout products that I've got? To be honest, for the price I've paid, I'm not sure that I would buy it again. It has been pretty useful during lockdown, both times. But for me, I think the money I spent here could have been spent elsewhere. Maybe on a couple of lessons. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with the product. I'm just not sure if it was the best money I spent. And would I recommend this product to other people? As I said before, there's nothing wrong with the product itself. You would just have to decide if the money you spent here wouldn't be better spent elsewhere. So I hope you've enjoyed this product review on the second episode of BeardyGolf at Home. Hopefully we've only got to make a couple more of these videos before we can get back out on the golf course. But if you have enjoyed the video and you don't mind, please subscribe. That way you won't miss any videos that I do make. See you next time.